All right, it's started.
So I actually like the conversation part in the beginning a little bit. Hi, this is Toni here with the Coconut Life, and we're here with Janet Milber, and we're in her massage studio, and we're going to be talking today. This is a very special story to me, very near and dear to my heart. So if one of us end up crying, I'm just gonna
right when you said that, I was like,
just gonna give you a heads up, it might happen. But this is a really special story for not only her to be telling, but I think for a lot of people out there. So we're at Janet's massage studio here, and we're going to be talking about the hardships that she went through before and getting up to this point. And so we're going to start off with a really simple question and asking Janet, like, tell us what your life looked like about 2 or 3 years ago.
I was pretty miserable and living day by day, basically by a drink. That's all I could use to function or get up in the morning. As long as I had my bottle, I was good. And I guess one day, it was like a chain of events that happened that was insane. My mom was like, "You just say the word and I will send you anywhere for help." And I didn't say anything, and then my former job did a sort of an intervention. You need help or you can no longer work here. And before I could run, basically, I called my mom and was like, "I'm ready. I don't care how painful or scary this is going to be, I'm ready."
What was that breaking point for you, Janet, when I actually remember asking you this question at one time, that you felt like there was no going back from? So Janet was just talking about how she was drinking to get through the day, basically, and it came to a point where she was ready to make a change. So what triggered that inside of you, or what was that I'm not going back to this life again? Like, what was that moment, or like, what did it feel like?
I could no longer make excuses to myself. I couldn't convince myself anymore that this was doable, that I could live my life like this successfully. And I guess and it was painful. It was just really painful living that way and in basically constant chaos. Maybe not, it didn't look that way, but inside it was not a happy place.
Right. And talk to me a little bit about, she's got a tattoo of a compass on her forearm, and I was asking her what it meant, and why did you get that? What did it mean to you at the time, as far as, like, you told me you weren't sure where you were going? Like,
well, I got it, I guess the last time that I got sober, because for a year I had relapses, and then the last time I ended up getting this, and I wanted the compass because I didn't know where I was going for so long. I was drinking throughout the day, hoping that things would just happen, and it finally, I had hope that I was going to finally find my path.
right. So I think that's something to focus on, is that she started to make change, and then she had some setbacks, she had some fallbacks, and it's important to recognize that we all have that. You can't just expect, if you want to go through a change, that you're just going to be this perfect person every day. And having a good support system and people that are going to be conducive of that change, I think is really important through the journey. And so tell us kind of how you ended up here, Janet. You're running your own massage studio. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like I was saying before, every day was kind of like a new epiphany. And one day I guess I got the confidence that, and the excitement for what I was doing with my life. And I was like, I don't care if I fail at doing this, but for once I'm gonna do something that seems scary to me, and trust that as long as I do my best, that it's gonna happen. And I just started. It seemed like I had to do so much to get this going, but I literally just concentrated on the next step that I had to do. Like, I had to go get the name registered, and I was like, that day, I'm just going to concentrate on that. I'm not going to concentrate on the 10 million other things I had to do, but every day, me accomplishing that made me more proud of myself and boosted my confidence, and now I'm here and still living day by day, and that is probably the only thing. That and trusting my higher power.
So there's so many important things I got out of that. So one, that she took a leap of faith. Two, that she's living day by day. And I think sometimes, including myself, I get overwhelmed. And I'm thinking about all the things I need to get done in order to achieve that one goal. And I love how you said that you're just taking things one by one. And then that she keeps going. It's what's it called? Resilience, I think, when you just keep going and you don't give up. I think that's something that we all need to try having a little bit more of, and not giving up on ourselves, basically. So what would you say to someone out there that's maybe going through a similar problem, so an addiction maybe to alcohol or drugs, and that's looking to get out? How would you inspire them maybe? What would you say to them?
Even if it seems like an impossible feat, literally, like you said, if you just don't give up, you just don't stop trying, and that's the only reason why I've done the things that I've done now, is because I got up the next day and I was like, I don't care what happened yesterday, I'm going to do it differently today. And even if I fell back that day, I would repeat that mantra of, I'm just going to try again tomorrow. And trust that everything happens for a reason. But that's what I believe.
I believe that too, and I forgot to mention the higher power. So having that faith and confidence in God to get you through what you need to get through, I think that always helps. So thank you so much, Janet, for sharing your story. If you guys live here in the Houston Pearland area, she gives the most amazing massages in the world. So we'll be sure to put her link below so you guys can check her out. And thank you so much for joining us. Thanks, Janet.